Yeah, if I was to call any of the owners, I'm pretty sure they could pick her up if they wasn't too busy.
Go on then. We got his phone?
Hi, I'm Paul Mullin, and this is Box to Box. I'm going to be opening a few boxes today. I don't know what's in any of them, but let's find out. I'm shitting myself. No. That's actually good, that, isn't it? Keep that for when I score a goal. Reminds me, obviously, of the owner, but also one of the lads when he scored last year and celebrated doing a pose that, obviously, Deadpool does in the movie. He's never lived it down.
We've got a couple of the boys here, actually. What's your favourite Ryan Reynolds film?
I actually enjoyed Reynolds. I'm not a big film person. I don't tend to watch many films. I knew Rob as Mac from in Always Sunny because I'd watched the show. So I've actually spent more time probably watching Rob's sitcom than I have Ryan's movies. Obviously, when I first received the phone call, it was from Rob himself. It was quite strange being sat on the couch and it came up on my phone, Beverly Hills calling you. It was quite mental, but when I answered the phone from that moment was when I realised that they're just like us, just normal human beings like everyone else, and they come over and they sit with us and they have dinner, they spend time with us, they speak to us all the time, and they are just genuinely nice people, just down to earth, and what you see on camera is always what you get when the cameras aren't there. They don't change.
So they're always at the end of the phone if you need to chat to them?
Yeah, if I was to call any of the owners, I'm pretty sure they could pick her up if they wasn't too busy.
Go on then. Do you want to call one?
We got his phone?
Ryan won't answer because he's busy now. Go on WhatsApp instead because I'm not paying to ring him.
What can you tell us about the post-season trip to Las Vegas?
Yeah, it was really quiet. We just sat by the pool and stuff like that. Not much really happened. It was quite subdued. It was incredible. The owners, obviously, to treat us the way they did to Las Vegas was phenomenal. Very surreal walking into nightclubs and Steve Aoki's playing a set and he stops the set to welcome us in and he's playing our fans singing my song as I'm walking in a nightclub. I was like, whoa, this is mind blowing.
Have you got used to seeing celebrities in Wrexham?
Obviously, last season, like, come out the toilet and Will Ferrell's just stood in the changing room and you're like, well, I wasn't expecting that. That's a bit mad and things like that. But obviously now, so-and-so's coming in next week and you're like, all right, sweet, yeah, no problem.
So can you tell us about your acting debut in the ad?
I'd actually been sent off on the Tuesday night and Rob and Ryan came over. That was their first game that they'd ever watched live. So then on the Thursday we've gone in and it's been like a cool down day. I wasn't expecting it. I walked in and then there was just loads of cameras about. And the gaffer just said, like, you're not training today. Obviously you're suspended for a few games or whatever. Ryan needs a couple of years for an advert. I was like, right, cool, yeah. Next minute we've obviously started filming. He's like, right, I need you to do this and say this at this time. And for me, I felt more pressure than that than playing football because I was like, I can't fuck this up. I think he ended up messing up more than me.
So what's the chances of some of the lads in the squad turning up in Deadpool 3?
I'm pretty sure he'd all jump at the opportunity to do that. Obviously, it'd be phenomenal, but I don't know whether I'd suit it or whether it could be my own superhero. I don't know. Should we try it? I'm gonna mess my hair up this, isn't it? Sit down. We're in. Been a new celebration that happened in myself. What was it he used to? He was lying on the floor, wasn't he, or something like that? Back to real life now.
Yeah.
It's hot in that, you know. Don't forget it, yeah. Just put that in. And put that back. That scarf actually reminds me of going to the Liverpool games back in the day. I used to always have literally that scarf, and everywhere I'd go I used to take it around my neck when I was a kid. I'd be like 12 and it'd be sunny and I'd be like, my scarf, Dad, and I'd have to run and get it. People say if you haven't got a purple wheelie bin then you're not from Liverpool. So if I was told you to put that in there, I was just trying to wind me up. Very nearly a championship club then. Played for Everton when I was a kid. Basically I was playing with my brother's mates and whenever the scout asked if I could go down, and I just wanted to play football. I didn't care who it was. It was Everton, Liverpool, Man United. I just wanted to play football. But I've always supported Liverpool. My dad's always took me everywhere watching them, and we used to go all over Europe and give me some of the best days out of my life just watching Liverpool.
What does Liverpool, the city, mean to you?
Everything. Like, the people of Liverpool are just, they get each other. Like, say like Americans, they're so patriotic towards the USA. Like, that's Scousers about Liverpool. Like, we care about each other.
You had great spells at Morecambe and Cambridge. How do they compare to the season just gone at Wrexham?
It's difficult to compare them because I went to Cambridge with a vision. They offered me 2 years, as it's been documented, and I said they only want one. I'm going to finish top scorer, we'll get promoted, and I'm going to go. I need to go back home, and that was the plan all along, and obviously it worked. Big Erling. I'm keeping that.
How does it feel being labelled the non-league Haaland this season?
Nah, it's rubbish. People probably say it as a laugh and a joke and things like that, but football's serious to me, and I think we're worlds apart in terms of the levels we're at. So he's probably 6 inches bigger than me, 6 metres a second quicker than me, and probably scored 6 more than me. So I've always studied football, and Fernando Torres was the Liverpool player who I looked up most to, and I used to go to games every week, and I'd spend time just watching him. I'd watch how he warmed up, how he ran, how he struck the ball, how he passed it. I'd literally used to concentrate on everything he'd done. Probably a bit like City fans getting to watch him now.
Who would be your ideal strike partner?
Harry Kane. He likes to get a load of assists, so I suppose he'd be able to set me up then as well.
I love it. Just picking a striker that's going to pass to you.
Yeah, it's all about me. Obviously, the hardest thing to do in football is put the ball in the goal. It's not a secret, and that's why he's so highly sought after. And I've got a list on my phone of every goal I've scored and how I scored it. Well, left foot, right foot, or a header. Or handball, was a couple of them in there. But yeah, I can pretty much remember all the goals. If someone named me a game, I could probably say the goal that I scored in that game if there was one.
Through Alexandra, 9th of April 2018.
At home, I went round the goalkeeper and passed in the goal. Away, it was a header from 2 yards out. Someone smashed it across the goal and it Dan netted it in. He thought I was lying then as well.
What's the best goal you've ever scored?
There was a game at Cambridge when we played Walsall at home, and I scored in like the 94th minute to win the game, and looking back now, it was so important. 25 yards out and managed to just slice it in the top corner. This time round, it was Boreham Wood to score the 2 goals that day and give everyone the moment we've been working so hard for 2 years. Was unbelievable. Speak of the devil. I literally just passed it in the goal and just carried on running. I just knew before I'd even hit it. When you get put one-on-one, you'll hear the expectation, like, Billy, oh. But in that moment, I turned and just went silent. Like, I don't know whether it actually did or whether I just zoned out. But then obviously, as soon as it hits the back of the net, like, it's total eruption. It's like goes from silence to as loudest thing you've ever heard. And that night, obviously, they'd sold it out at 10,200 or whatever there was. But it sounded like there was 40,000. It was that loud. I think all their emotions and all what they've been through for the last 15, 16 years was all released in that moment as well. Every football fan loves their club. It's not just Wrexham fans. Everybody does. That's just the way it is. But what fans have put the money together and mortgaged the houses and sold the houses in order to keep the club afloat. It's a hard working class town. That's the way it is. That's probably why I resonate with them so well, is being from Liverpool and being from a working class family myself. The people spend the hard-earned money to come and watch us every week, and the stadium's sold out every week. Phenomenal what they give us, but obviously the attention the club's getting is great for them as well, because it's a place they're really proud of. As you spend more time at this club, it's something you fall in love with, and we managed to give them a moment that they'll remember forever. I'm Paul Mullin, and that was Box to Box. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, follow and subscribe.